KEBF, Morro Bay, KZSR, PasoRobles. Welcome to Roots Reggae Rarities with Man Like Devin on the Rock Community Radio, 97.3 Morro Bay, 107.9 in PasoRobles, streaming globally at therockcommunityradio.org and on the Rock Community Radio app. I'm going to start things off today with a heavy one-drop roots tune from singer Little Roy off his ultra underrated LP called Columbus Ship. This is Little Roy with Boss Eye Shut right here on Roots Reggae Rarities.
Along the road, I'm so all alone with my heavy load, just treading on from dusk till dawn, searching to find my happy home. And I know some someday I'll surely reach my destination, where we live into some good clean civilization. So set me free from captivity and stop from dealing with partiality, 'cause every man has the right to be free, but some of us, yet they just can't see that we are living in a world of temptation, and it seems someone cast a spell upon our nation. Yeah. I know someday I'll surely reach my destination, where we live into some good clean civilization. So set me free from captivity and stop from dealing with brutality. Yeah, every man has the right to be free, but some of us, yet they just can't see that we are living in a world of temptation, and it seems someone cast a spell upon our nation, and I'm gonna break it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna break it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright. ghetto. A righteous man's heart is a paradise, yeah. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto. A righteous man's heart is your kingdom. You dress up in stiff collar, your pocket full of dollar. Because I have not vanity as you give I name that isn't true by calling where I and I live the ghetto. I bet you never know you are the ghetto, yeah. That man check for the outer bar, but I know Jaja check for you hard, yeah. Corrupted man's heart is the ghetto. A righteous man's heart is a paradise. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto, yeah. A righteous man's heart is your kingdom. Though I gates have no lawn and all the material things you have right now you can always find. Oh, you Mr. Loud Stop. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto, yeah. A righteous man's heart is a paradise. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto. A righteous man's heart is your kingdom, yeah, yeah. Oh, Lord. I gates have no lawn and all the material things you have right now you can always find. Oh, you Mr. Love Stop. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto, yeah. A righteous man's heart is a paradise. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto. A righteous man's heart is your kingdom, yeah, yeah. A corrupted man's heart is the ghetto. My people, a righteous man's heart is a paradise. Heart is the ghetto. A righteous man's heart is your kingdom. Oh Lord, oh yeah.
You're in tune to Roots Reggae Rarities with Man Like Devin on the Rock Community Radio, 97.3 Morro Bay, 107.9 in PasoRobles, streaming globally at the rockcommunityradio.org and on the Rock Community Radio app. We just heard from Pablo Moses with the tune called Corrupted Man from the 1975 LP Revolutionary Dream. My copy is a reissue on the House of Moses label. Right before that was Bim Sherman with Ital West, also known as Dispensation. That tune came out in 1975, and I took it from a Pressure Sounds release. It's a compilation of a bunch of Bim Sherman tunes. It's called Tribulation, Down and Jam Down, 1974 to 1979. Before that, it was Gregory Isaacs with I Am Struggling, aka Struggling On, from 1977, and I took that from the Heartbeat release called My Number One. It's a great LP of Gregory Isaacs tunes. And at the top of the set was Little Roy with Bus I Shut from 1981. I took that off the Columbus Ship LP that came out on the Copacetic label. As I've been mentioning on the last few episodes, there is a big reggae show tonight in San Luis Obispo. The Aggrolites from Los Angeles, who specialize in the early reggae sounds of the late 60s, will be at the Fremont Theater. Everyone should really try to roll out to this show tonight. The Aggrolites put on an amazing high-energy show. They're one of the tightest bands in the reggae scene. They've been doing it for decades. And right now, I'm going to play one of their organ instrumentals that features bandleader and organ player Roger Rivas on organ. This is the Aggrolites with a tune called The Heat. Right now, we're listening to a tune from the Aggrolites from Los Angeles. The tune is called The Heat. That's a Young Cub 7-inch single from 2011. And I'm very happy to have Roger Rivas from the Aggrolites on the air with us today. Roger, what's up, Roger?
Yo, Devin, what's cracking, man? Good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Thanks so much for coming on to Roots Reggae Rarities. Very happy to have you. The Aggrolites are playing tonight at the Fremont Theater in San Luis Obispo with the Capsule 45s opening.
Yeah. It's going to be a big party for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait. Aggrolites are one of my favorite bands. I've been talking about this show on the radio for a few weeks now, kind of like ever since we started the show. It's been like 6 or 7 weeks since we started it, and I've been talking about it. So I hope everyone's planning to come out tonight. It's going to be super fun. I've been describing the Aggrolites in the concert calendar as masters of the early reggae sound. And maybe you could, for people listening that may not be too familiar with the different eras of reggae, maybe like explain a little bit about the era that the Aggrolites mainly focus on, which is like early reggae and rocksteady as well.
Right. So it's kind of an acquired taste when people think reggae music. I think the average perception is like Bob Marley and kind of the later stuff. If anybody's kind of familiar with Jamaican music, you had ska music and then rocksteady, like you mentioned, and then the era that we kind of hone in on is like the era right after rocksteady. So around the years of 68, 69, maybe early 1970, but it was kind of a blip in the Jamaican music, timeline. But we just kind of gravitated towards that sound. And it's kind of what we're known for. And, that's the main influence for the band. But we also, throw in, tastes of like, funk and soul. It's really just a big hodgepodge of our influences.
Yeah, you guys have, you are, I should have mentioned that you're the organ player in the band. And you and Jesse, who is the lead singer, you're the two founding members of the group, and Jesse's got an amazing voice. He's the lead singer. So it's the band is super tight and great vocals and great organ work. And you're kind of known for your for the organ work. I mean, that's one of the, you are obviously, but the Aggrolites, that's one of the kind of defining characteristics of the group is that, and that era too, right? That we're describing, the early reggae. Right. It was very organ forward, and that's always been your thing, and you're kind of known for that.
Right, definitely. I think as when I was young, I think that's why I gravitated towards that music in general, just because playing keyboards and getting into organ. But yeah, I think going back to that small section of the music history out of Jamaica, you're definitely right. It highlighted the actual organ more so than the eras prior. Or even going forward, organ and keyboards have always been a big part of Jamaican music, whether it's roots reggae or ska music. But, the reggae that came out of Jamaica around 68, 69, it just highlighted the organ, and more so organ instrumentals, which is what we stay true to as well. We like to inject a fair amount of organ instrumentals in our set.
That's one of my favorite parts, which, is saying a lot because Jesse, like I mentioned, is such a great lead singer. But the organ instrumentals are really, you don't hear a lot of bands doing it. And definitely, I feel like more bands, and a lot of it is thanks to you guys over the last couple decades, have gravitated towards that because they've heard about that era through you guys. But I know when I first saw you guys in 2003, living in LA, saw you guys at the Blue Beat Lounge, I was blown away because I had not heard another band doing that era, like concentrating so specifically on that era and doing it so well. I think like musicologists of LA reggae have kind of identified that maybe before you guys, there were some bands doing it with like one-offs and but nobody really kind of said, okay, we're going to do this right, and we're going to do this like seriously, and took it as kind of like spread it around as wide as you guys did. And I remember that show, that first time I saw you guys in LA, now dang, like 22 years ago, like right. really blew my mind. And so I wanted to ask a little bit about the history of the band, how you guys formed. And you've been doing it ever since. Some members have come and gone, but how did you guys meet, and what made you all decide to kind of focus on that early reggae sound?
Right. So, you kind of nailed it. The sound, what we take from Jamaican music, like I said earlier, is kind of an acquired taste. And, that was the basis for forming the band. Is that we had two different bands that were really big fans of that era, and those two bands broke up. One band was the Vessels and one band was the Rhythm Doctors, and it just kind of happened organically. Both bands broke up, half over here, half over there. We came together. It was really organic. There was really no agenda or even big goals at that time. It was just we gravitated towards each other simply because we were all nerds of that music, and then it just kind of snowballed. What we were doing was kind of cool. And then people started taking notice to it. And yeah, it's been so long since we first started, over 20 years. So, and the love for that era is still there. I actually saw Jesse last night, and, we were writing music, and it doesn't get old. I mean, and you can attest to this as a fan of reggae music too. You're constantly finding new music, even in an era that we're talking about, which only, had the span of a couple years. So it keeps the fire, burning. And yeah, I mean, we're really proud to have identified a certain sound and called it ours, even though it's influenced heavily, by all those genres I spoke of earlier. But yeah, I mean, that was the formation of the band. Members have come and gone, but we pretty much try to keep our sound, the same. As we got older, different influences came in, and different albums will show that. But the love still for that same era of music.
Yeah, what you mentioned is so true about some of these genres, some of these eras that only lasted a couple years, and you think you've heard everything, and then all of a sudden someone will just, some kind of 7-inch will surface, or somebody will say, "Have you ever heard this organ instrumental or whatever?" And it's like, wow, it's like, I call Jamaica like the Harry Potter tent, like in Harry Potter where they walk into that little tiny tent, and then you go in and it's like huge, it's like it's magically huge. And that's kind of like Jamaican music. It's like, how do all these like unheard
definitely
that era keep surfacing?
And it's still going to surface. I mean, I almost weekly, if I'm online somewhere and I'm a part of these Facebook groups or whatever, and people are selling 45s, and it's beautiful music. Jamaican music does a really good job of not, I mean, to the outside crowd, everything may sound the same and have a lot of the same characteristics, but to people, nerds like you and me, they still find a way to keep it fresh in a weird way. I mean, it has the same characteristics, the upbeat's obviously there, but I'll hear a song where I'm like, wow, I've never heard the background vocals do that on that song, or I've never heard an intro like that. And I think that's what us reggae nerds get off on, is like, check this out, scope this out, and that's an amazing thing. I mean, I don't think many genres in the world can maintain that.
Yeah, I agree. And I always say that any genre of music that you're playing as a musician, you're not going to really do it justice. You'll be able, if you're a good musician, you'll be able to play anything at a certain, acceptable level, but you're not going to really do anything justice unless you love that music and listen to it constantly. And I know just from knowing you for so long that you're somebody who listens to it constantly and loves it, and just like you just spoke of, just really picks up on all the intricacies. And that's why the Aggrolites that's one of the reasons why you guys are so great. And I should mention to everybody that who's not familiar with the Aggrolites, that they do mostly original material, that you guys, you're influenced by this early era, but it's not like you're doing a bunch of covers. Like you guys write your own songs, you write your own instrumentals, and it's just, all their albums are so great. I recommend that. I mean, if anyone comes to the show tonight and you're not familiar with the Aggros, you're going to want to dive into all their albums starting tomorrow. Can you tell us a little bit about the Capsule 45s who are opening? I know it's like a mishmash of a couple bands, right?
Yeah, for sure. So the Capsule's out of Bakersfield, and the big common thing that all these bands have is the love for original Jamaican music. So, and it's safe to say that every member of all the bands that are performing tonight are nerds, and I say that with the most positive, energy behind it. Yes. So the Capsules from Bakersfield, the Steady 45s are from Los Angeles, and of course they're doing like, a combination of both bands together. It's going to be if I'm not mistaken, it's based around a scooter rally. And
yeah, that's how it's advertised. Yeah.
And since, ever since I heard the show was going on, I was just, it seemed to me like a big party, because we're all friends, you're going to be there, we're going to get you on stage playing some music too, whether you like it or not. And
I like it.
it's just a big. It's almost like one of those shows that you would want to do even if you were getting compensated or not. Like it's. I think every musician is looking forward to it, and the cool part is that you get so much talent on stage that I think that's when you really bring out the best performances of other people, because in the most positive way, you want to outdo each other, and you want to almost play for other reggae nerds that can appreciate the nuances that you're throwing down in those songs. So it's just going to be a really, really nice gathering of really, really amazing musicians. Steady 45s, really good ska stuff. For my money, one of the best ska bands in the world, really, that are playing nowadays that do the authentic throwback ska music sound proper. Same thing with the Capsules. Capsules do everything from early reggae to rocksteady to ska music. So yeah, it's going to be a big party. It's going to be just amazing music.
Yeah, I think we're really lucky on the Central Coast to have a show like this tonight.
Sure.
And I hope everyone comes out. Really quick, I want to touch on, so besides, playing in the Aggrolites, you also, have other projects going on. You play Oregon in the Long Beach Dub All Stars. That's you and I are currently doing that together. I play guitar in Long Beach Dub All Stars off and on.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of solo recordings, whether it's with the Brothers of Reggae or just labeled as Roger Rivas. Can you talk about some of the solo stuff you've been doing?
Yeah, I mean, it was important for me, and I think it should be important for every musician, especially nowadays with social media and how easy it is to put out music. Obviously it's got to be good music, but it was important for me early on to kind of just establish myself, and it really started from mirroring Jamaican music. If you go back to Jamaican music, you had a band like the Aggrolites, which really are one of the defining bands to come out of Jamaica. And they're like the Avengers. Like every single member of that band would go on and really just make a name for themselves and put out several albums with their own name behind it. So I think more people should be doing it. But yeah, I over the years I've released several albums. You go on Spotify, type in Roger Rivas, and you'll find I think I have 3 solo albums up. And of course YouTube. There's a lot more music on YouTube that's not even on Spotify or Apple Music. So I mean, it's important to me, and I think that the fans out there, it's just really cool for them to see that kind of thing, those solo projects, just kind of on the sidelines of the main project, which is the Aggrolites. And same thing with Jesse, he does a lot of solo stuff too. So
Right.
Like I said, it's the Avengers. It's like he's Iron Man and I'm Scarlet Witch. I mean the Hulk, and it's one of those things where it's like it just makes it that much cooler. I remember when I was young and seeing bands like Hepcat or Slackers or Donkey Show, Let's Go Bowling. I mean, a bunch of when any guy would have their own little solo project, I would get excited about that, because you got to really see their personal influence and not be, I don't want to say tainted by the other members, but it was their true personal influence, because they were in charge and spearheaded that project. So yeah, man, I'm really stoked to release some more music. Right now I'm really busy working with other people.
I was gonna say that you're also a producer, and you're like a really, like, I feel like in the last few years your producer hat has grown very large, and yeah, that's it right there. And can you talk about some of the production projects I know you're currently working on some really cool stuff.
Right. So most recently, the coolest thing that just came out that we could totally talk about is there's a two-tone band, a 1980s band out of the UK, one of the biggest bands when you want to talk ska music that's associated with ska music, and they're called the Specials, and they kind of were the top band that defined the era of two-tone music, British ska music, and they have released so much music over the years, and they have a huge story. And long story short, their lead singer passed maybe a little over a year ago, and they were supposed to release a full-on album, and I was fortunate enough to be asked to produce it, and life happens, and so it was important for them to release one final song, and I got to produce and mix and do a dub version of that song, and it actually is out. It just came out this week, and you can go to I don't know the website offhand, but you can go to the website and buy the 45 and CD single of it. It's called When a Light Goes Out. It's a tribute to Terry Hall. And I mean, even if I had nothing to do with the project, I'd still be a fan of the song because it's really good songwriting. And so that's one of the bigger things I did recently. There's a lot of cool stuff I can't really talk about yet, but stuff that I can kind of talk about. You know, there's a band called Flogging Molly that's made a name for themselves, an Irish punk band. The accordion player Matt Hensley, we're really close to finishing up his solo album, which for me, I'm just blown away by it because it's so refreshing. It's not anything that any modern band would release in a way. It's kind of like a time warp kind of feeling because he's been into the music so long in the San Diego scene. And a lot of people don't know that Matt Hensley is a huge fan of Jamaican music because, you know, they primarily know him from Flogging Molly. And he's a professional skater. He's got all these, you know, these accolades under his belt. But this album is such a good, I mean, he gets it. And he's a great organ player. He's a great guitar player, great bass player. And you have Sean Wheeler singing, who's in the punk band Throw Rag. And they really, really blend well together. So that album's going to come out. Recently mixed an album by one of the members of the band, The Slackers, the saxophone player, Dave Hilliard. He has his own project called Dave Hilliard Rocks 87. That should be coming out this year. And yeah, there's a couple things that I would really like to talk about, but I can't. And you know what they are. Yeah.
We'll have you back on when those are out. But so the people can find the song. It's called When a Light Goes Out. Is it under the moniker of the Specials or is it a different name?
They're calling it just because of what it actually is and staying true to it. It's called the Specials Family. So I've now don't quote me on this, but I want to say specializedproject.com. But you could definitely find it if you Google the Specials Family. It'll come up right away.
All right, everyone go find that. The Specials Family, When a Light Goes Out. Just came out. Brand new stuff from the Specials Family, and Roger Rivas is the producer and engineer and mixer and did all the dub mixing and everything, right? Yeah. Roger's got, you know, we could do a long form interview. We don't got time for everything on this, but Roger wears all the hats, and he's got his hat collection is large and of the highest quality. He mixed. I'm gonna do a shameless plug right now. He mixed the Man Like Devin record, Wheel and Shoulder, that came out a few. And we always try to work together when can. And so, I hope everybody comes out to the show tonight. Aggrolites Capsule 45s at the Fremont Theater in San Luis Obispo. Get your ticket. Not only is it going to be an amazing show. It's really important to support reggae bands when they come through the Central Coast because if we don't, they're not going to come anymore. So get your ticket, come out. If you love reggae music of any kind, if you just like good music, it's going to be a great show. But especially if you're into early reggae, you know, Upsetters stuff, Clancy Eccles, you know, groups like things like this. There's no other band in the world that does that music like the Aggrolites do. So come out tonight. Roger, thank you so much for coming on. Real quick before I let you go, what's coming next for the Aggrolites?
Aggrolites, we got a couple cool things coming up. We're going to Hong Kong, which we've never been to China before. That's going to be really cool. We got, you know, gigs sprinkled out. None of them really are coming to mind right now. I'm trying to think.
What about like recording projects and stuff like that? You guys got plans?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, we're as we speak, you know, we're writing new music, and me and Jesse are getting together and got a lot of cool ideas. And you know, it's really cool to embrace. You know, as you get older, you'd like to think that you're either a better songwriter or whatever, but you're just a different songwriter. And I'm really, really excited to see what we're gonna, you know, produce out of this next, you know, slew of songs. So yeah, stay tuned. There should be some new Aggrolite music coming soon for sure.
Nice. And you guys are one of those bands. Correct me if you think this is off the mark, but I've always seen you guys as you're not one of those soon come bands like where you say, okay, we got, you know, we're working on something, and then 10 years later, like nothing has happened. I feel like you guys every couple years, every few years or so, there's like new aggro stuff, whether it's an album or new singles or, you know, 45s. So I'm always excited when I hear there's new stuff coming.
Dope. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I'm stoked for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of this show like I am, you got to come tonight to see your host, Devin Morrison, come on stage and rock out with us. This is really going to be a special. It really is one of those things that doesn't happen often, you know, so come out. It's going to be a big party.
Nice. Yes, everyone come out tonight. All right, Roger, thank you so much, man. It was great talking to you as always, and we will see you in just a couple hours tonight. San Luis Obispo, the Fremont Theater, Aggrolites, and Capsule 45s. Come out. And I'm going to play another Aggrolites tune to start the next set. This is another organ-led instrumental from our guest, Roger Rivas. Roger's the organ player in the Aggrolites. And this is a tune called Out of Sight, another Young Cub 7-inch single from the Aggrolites.
just stand there and watch him flatter. If he stalls and can stall, yeah, show some love on his part. Give a hand to a trying man. Give a hand to a trying can. Change what to find.
From the sea to the mountain, you could fly from the earth up to the sky. All I know, there is joy for you awaiting when you walk. You might follow like a fly. A fact, a very long time in the days of olden. Ananias and Sapphira were telling lies. It was like Eve in the garden of Eden when Adam walked to our follow like a fly. A very long time in the days of olden, when Ananias and Sapphira were telling lies. It was like Eve in the garden of Eden when Adam walked to our follow like a fly.
You're in tune to Roots Reggae Rarities with Man Like Devin on the Rock Community Radio, 97.3 Morro Bay, 107.9 in PasoRobles, streaming globally at therockcommunityradio.org and on the Rock Community Radio app. We just heard from a singer called Ferdie Nelson. The tune is called Weeping and Wailing from 1964. I took that from a Top Deck compilation LP called Ska Down Jamaica Way, Volume 8. Right before that, another tune from the ska years. That was Bobby Aitken with Garden of Eden from 1964. And I took that from an LP that's a compilation of a bunch of King Edwards productions. That one is called What a Scandal. Scandal. Skandal. King Edwards, the Giant. Before that was the late great Sugar Minott with Give a Hand from 1978 from the Soul Jazz LP compilation Sugar Minott at Studio One. Right before that was Johnny Osbourne and the Sensations with See and Blind from the 1970 LP Come Back Darling. Before that was the Kingstonians with a tune called Hold Down from the classic 1970 Attack LP called Sufferer. That's one of Sufferer by the Kingstonians is one of the era-defining records from the early reggae period. I recommend anybody who's into that stuff to go find the album Sufferer by the Kingstonians. And at the top of the set was the Aggrolites with the tune called The Heat from 2011. That's a Young Cub 7-inch single. That's also on their 2011 LP, full-length LP called Rugged Road. And of course, the Aggrolites are playing tonight in San Luis Obispo at the Fremont Theater. Big thanks to our special guest, Roger Rivas, for jumping on the air with us. Tonight's show's gonna be so much fun. I hope to see everybody there. More Roots Reggae Rarities coming up. Interested in meditation? There is a weekly free guided meditation class in Morro Bay every Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon at the Morro Bay Library, 625 Harbor Street in Morro Bay. Come learn to meditate in a relaxed setting, pay attention to each second, and increase your awareness of the inner world. Frequent prompts facilitate the focus. For more info, you can call 805-439-2757. That's 805-439-2757, or send an email to ruthcherryphd@aol.com. The PasoRobles Youth Arts Foundation provides training and education in the performing and visual arts for all children of PasoRobles and the surrounding community. They provide all children a safe place to learn the arts regardless of socioeconomic status. More than 85% of the youth enrolled are of low income. Many students are from single-parent households without transportation who can walk to the facility after school. The PasoRobles Youth Arts Foundation provides a creative outlet and a positive means of dealing with negative influences such as poverty, gangs, and drugs that students face outside of this safe space. As older students begin to enter the working world, college, or embark on other bright futures, we see the positive impact the program has had on their lives. For more information, go to www.pryaf.org. Support for The Rock comes from New Times Media Group, serving SLO County with independent local journalism available every week in print and anytime online at newtimesslo.com, wherever you are. The Rock Community Radio is bringing you another classic movie as part of our fundraising film series. The iconic Quentin Tarantino film Pulp Fiction is coming to the beautiful Bay Theater in Morro Bay for one showing only on Monday, April 21st. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the film starts at 6 p.m. Get dressed up in your favorite Pulp Fiction attire and come early for the costume contest, which will include cool prizes. You can also enter our raffle for an 8-foot Stewart Hydro Cush Funline surfboard. That's nice. Beer from Firestone Walker Brewing Company and wine will be available for purchase. All proceeds will benefit the Rock Community Radio. Tickets are $15 and can be purchased online at My805Tix, that's T-I-X, My805Tix.com or therockcommunityradio.org. A limited amount of tickets may be available for walk-ups the night of the event. A big thank you to the Bay Theater in Morro Bay and to all of you for supporting The Rock. The Rock Community Radio is excited to announce that we are selling raffle tickets once again to raise funds for The Rock. This is your opportunity to win a beautiful 8-foot Stewart Hydro Cush Funline surfboard designed to catch waves in any condition, whether you are a beginner or an advanced surfer. Raffle tickets are $10 each, 3 for $25, or just $100 for 15 tickets. All proceeds from the raffle support the Rock Community Radio. The drawing takes place on May 15th. Winners will be notified by phone or email. Raffle tickets are sold in person only at Morro Bay Farmers Market in downtown Morro Bay this Saturday from 2:30 to 5:30. Mike's Barbershop at 280 Morro Bay Boulevard in downtown Morro Bay Tuesdays through Saturdays. Symbiosis Wines at 612 12th Street in PasoRobles, Thursday through Mondays from 2 to 7. Go to therockcommunityradio.org for more information. A big thank you to Wavelength Surf Shop in Morro Bay. KEBF Morro Bay, KZSR PasoRobles. Getting back into the music, I did a lot of talking on that last segment, so I think I'm just going to let the music play for the next long segment, and then I'll come back on at the end of the show and tell you what we listened to. We're going to start this set off with a tune from Barry Brown called Running Star.
Running star, it's running in the sky. The running star, the running star, it's running in the sky. It's running in the sky, it's shining for I and I. Every starlight in the sky is shining for you and I. The running star, it's running in the sky. The running star, the running star, it's running in the sky. The birds and the bees and the one who was there to enjoy the atmosphere. The bees and the bird and the honey was there to enjoy the atmosphere. The running star, it's running in the sky. So give my brother, look before you leave. The running star, the running star, the running star, the running star. It's shining in the sky. The starlight, yeah, it shines for you and me, yeah. The running star, it's running in the sky. The running star, the running star, it's running in the sky. When the starlight move away, when it runs one down. The starlight move away when it move one gone. Look before you leave. Look before you leave. Look before you leave. Just start shining bright. The moonlight. Ja running star.
Sun comes up, shining in my room. But there's a change suddenly in the evening. All the blue in the skies have now turned to gray. Yes, it is rain all night on a Sunday night, and Yes, it is rain all night on a Sunday night, and my house ain't got no light, oh no. Yes, it is rain all night, and inside my room there ain't a bed. I've gotta sleep on the door on the floor. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It was bright and sunny in the morning as the sun comes up, shining in my room. Oh well, but there's a change suddenly in the evening. All the blue in the skies have now turned to gray. Yes, it is rain all night on a Sunday night, and my house ain't got no light, oh no, no, oh no. Yes, it is rain all night, and inside my
Up here, police and soldier in the area. On there. Up here, police and soldier in the area. On way. Me say me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. Me say me can't burn me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. Some in a jeep, some in a car, some with them 16, some in a cellar. Some a walk and some a talk. Some even sit down like a skylark. Me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. Me say me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. Me chopper over top. It a braga da. The chopper over top. Just a look down for what I got. Me say me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. Me say me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. If they don't stop disturb me, I can pray to the Almighty. Can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like that up here police. Me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like that up here police. Inna the morning them a disturb me. Inna the evening them a terrorize me. For what, Lord God, I don't see. Me can't burn me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like God up here police. Me can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like God up here police. Some in a jeep, some in a car, some with them 16, some with them cellar. Some a walk and some a talk. Some sit down, is a skylark. Can't lick me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look like I got up here police. Can't lick me chalice. Me can't lick it in a piece. Let me friend at the base. Set me free at the base. No, Inna the morning them a terrorize me. Inna the evening them a disturb me. Inna the morning them a terrorize me. Say them want fancy. Oh, can't burn it chalice in a piece. Can't lick it chalice in a piece. Me can't burn me chalice in a piece. Everywhere me look, and a pure police. Pure peace. Yes, this around me.
Summer feel it and love all the time. It dread, it crucially trading on my eyes. The summer deal it and love all the time. Love for you.
Babylon, they want to give all your break, but they still won't get away. And that the children are here to stay, and here we gonna stay. For the children are here to stay, here we gonna stay. And for the children are here to stay, we not gonna wait. Time. The dread, it crucially dreading on my eyes. The summer feelings I love all the time. Dread, it a go dread, ready to go raid. Marcus, you're the prophesy and say it a go dread. Marcus, you're the prophesy and say yes it a go dread. Ready to go raid, dread it a go dread. Ready to go raid. Trade. Sandy Gully, I go turn back blood, back in Pharaoh.
I did sit down for scene. I did sit down for scene. You better rock and come in well.
I me say, boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
the operator run the music machine. The entertainer just a nice up the scene.
And everything just a rock with the queen.
The people on the outside, they want to come in. Say, boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
I'm only flowing like a goddamn stream. Say that I must be promoter's dream.
And every curry goat plate it clean.
Not a buckle with a cup to be found on the scene. Say, boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
alright.
I did sit down so scene. I did sit down so scene.
You better rock and come in well.
You better rock and come in well.
I me say, boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
the operator run the music machine. The entertainer just a nice up the scene.
And everything just a rock with the queen.
The people on the outside, they want to come in. Say, boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
boy, say what a dance all scene. Boy,
You better rock and come in.
and money flowing like a goddamn stream. That I must be promoter's dream.
And every curry goat plate it clean.
Not a buckle with a cup to be found on the scene. Say, boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
boy, say what a dance all scene. Say, boy,
You better rock and come in.
alright. Alright. Alright.
I did sit down so scene. I did sit down so scene.
You better rock and
Come in well. I did sit down so scene. I did sit down so scene.
and stones. We've got to walk across the river. Children of Zion going home. It will be good to be there when the gates of Zion are closed. Good to be there. Good to be there. It will be good to be there when the gates of Zion are closed. Good to be there. Good to be there. Though the road is rocky, so rocky, it's the only way we've got to go. We got to walk across the river. Children of Zion going home. It will be good to be there when the gates of Zion are closed. Good to be there. Good to be there. It will be good to be there when the gates of Zion are closed. It's a rocky road, yeah. So rocky. It's the only way to go.
Up in a jailhouse, la da 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 da
there's nowhere for you to turn, 'cause all of your best friends had to let you down. And you try to accumulate, but the world is full of hate. So all of your best thoughts just drift through space. I know a place where we can carry on. Yeah. I know a place where we can carry on. We can carry on. We can carry on. We can carry on. Oh, we can carry on. 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 Carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Carry on.
Da 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 da. Lang padang bedeng bedeng, lang lang diddly lang, lang diddly diddly die, da da da, bang wurang wurang bang wurang 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 da da. So we don't the little lyrics in a chord, boy. They pick it up and start to wangle it like a toy, and then they kind of boy we kill destroy them a pirate. Oh, so them a imitate what, Lord, because them coming and they with them cassette and tape, and chewing and chant them wings and a wait, and have them see the operator fling all the plate. If that the time they see the boy plug in him tape, them a pirate. Whoa, say them a imitate, Lord, say him a pirate. Whoa, because inna the dance I say Similia made a smoke, but I say outside you're gonna get a lot of smoke.
Hey, inna the land we get gone. They pick me the yard one, and they come.
They claim Chalang the Ling Ling Kong. And me say Chalang the Ling Ling Kong. The people them just love how we dey go. The German who sing all lyrics in the law.
When you me man say that after a song, it must bring a calm. The
Africa is the land where I and I come from. Africa, our father's land, is calling us home. So long we have been a slave and no more will we roam. So I hope and I pray that the day will come when we see the rising sun. When no more crying, nor victimizing, no more starvation, no more killing. Africa is a land of home, yeah. Africa is the land where I and I belong. Oftentimes I sit right down and remember those chains. All my people was in slavery time and time ago. Oh, I know that one day when the right time comes, so easily, then we would see no more crying, no victimizing, no more starvation, no more, yeah, yeah.
Abraham Max, you know, see a jack that time and jump higher.
No, Dread, where that one they come from? Under your sleeve.
No, but that man then shock out the deck, Dread.
No, Dread, shuffle again.
Aye, man, we do that. Shuffle, I would say, I will keep on shuffle, ruffle. I no shuffler, no scuffler, no hustler. When I see this, it remind me that they were one God. The deuce remind me that the Bible is a part of the two parts, the Old and the New Testament. When I see the tree, it remind me, tree loving spirit never disagree. Word without them sealer. When I see the four, it remind me four evangelists came from Zion. Zion! You are on the higher. When I see the five, it was 10 of them, 5 were wise and 5 were foolish, and they shut out. Shut right out. 6th day God made this great heaven, notice as I would tell you. Rested on the 7th day, as I would say. 8 righteous people were saving Noah's Ark, as I would really say. They were 9 lepers. 9 of them did even give thanks. When I see the 10, I know it was the 10 commandment. God and Moses and Jacob on the table of stone, as I would tell you. Foolish dog, yash dog, the shut the leg of the bone, lose all, get a fall beyond the wall, so tall. My gosh, as I would say. When I see the jack, remind me of the devil. Queen Virgin me, as I would say. King, the king comes to me after kings of kings. Lord of lords, the conqueror, lion, the stripe of Judah. He licked up God, light of this world. My dick of God have 366 spots, the number of days in a year. 52 cars, number of weeks in a year. 12 picture card, number of months in a year. So you see, I man, dick of God, serve I man as the Bible in a prayer book, a hymn book. So don't steal I. Check out, yeah. Don't steal. Don't try.
You're in tune to Roots Reggae Rarities with Man Like Devin on the Rock Community Radio, 97.3 Morro Bay, 107.9 in PasoRobles, streaming globally at therockcommunityradio.org and on the Rock Community Radio app. We just heard from Prince Fardie with a tune called Shuffle and Deal from 1974. I took that from the Blood and Fire release called If DJ Was Your Trade, the Dreads at King Tubby's 1974 to 1977. And I want to read the liner notes on the back of this regarding that track. Prince Fardie, was toasting from the early 60s on El Toro Hi-Fi using the name King Cry Cry. Here he toasts his Deck of Cards lyrics over a tough bass and drum. He did the same lyric for Joe Gibbs in 1976. This track comes from early 1974, according to the tape box. Fardie cut many brilliant records from mid-decade when he started his own label, Cry Tough. He was tragically killed in summer 1983. So that was Prince Fardie. Right before that, we heard from the producer Roy Francis with a tune called Only Jaja, and I took that from the Phase 1 Dub Volumes 1 and 2 LP that came out on the Phase 1 Records. Roy Francis was the owner and producer of the Phase 1 label. Right before that was the Mighty Diamonds from When the Right Time Come, one of the classic records from the Rockers era, 1976. That tune was called Africa. That's a Channel 1 release. Before that, another classic from that same era. It was Earth and Stone with Jailhouse Set Me Free from 1975. I took that from the Cool Roots reissue LP on Pressure Sounds, recorded at Channel 1. The album was released in 1979, but that tune was released and I guess came out as a single first in 75. Right before that was Leonard Dillon the Ethiopian with Open the Gate from 1981. That's a Studio One tune that I took from the Best of Studio One Volume 2. That's a Heartbeat LP. And I want to read, there's some great liner notes on the back of this regarding that tune. If I can find it, here it is. Leonard Sparrow Dillon, the Ethiopian, was once part of the Ethiopians' vocal duo with Stephen Taylor that started recording for Studio One in 1966, cutting Omino Pemi and What to Do. The Ethiopians' long career encompasses many labels and producers, and a sampling of their hits includes the impressive Train to Skaville, The Whip, Cool It Amigo, and What a Fire. However, their partnership was ended when in 1975 Taylor was killed in a car crash. In 1981, Dillon returned to the Studio One label and cut the Everything Crash LP. Leonard Dillon is known for his fervent Rastafarian themes, of which Open the Gate is a prime example. Right before that, we heard another Studio One cut. That was Rapper Robert and Jim Brown with a tune called Pirate from 1983. I took that from the Soul Jazz LP Studio One Rub-a-Dub. Before that, one of my favorite Bob Marley songs, I Know a Place from 1977. It was a Lee Perry production, and I took that from, my copy is an Ascension 7-inch single, which I think is out of Australia. Right before that was Eric Donaldson. That's another Lee Perry production. The tune is called Freedom Street from 1978. I took it from the LP compilation Build the Ark, The Upsetters with Lee Perry and Friends. Right before that was the Mighty Threes with a tune called Backyard Movement from the 1979 Africa Shall Stretch Forth Her Hand LP. That's the Maka Sound reissue. Before that was Earl Cunningham with the version side of his tune Jailhouse, and I took that from a 1982 Art and Craft 12-inch single. Before that, it was another 12-inch single from Chalice. The tune is called Good to Be There from 1981. That's a Joe Gibbs Music 12-inch. Before that was Robert Ffrench with a tune called Dancehall Scene, which is also known as Rockin' Come In. That's from 1985. I took it from the Wondering LP. It was originally released on the Blue Mountain label. My copy is a 2023 reissue on the 333 label out of the UK. Right before that, we heard Prince Jr. with Crucial Boy from 1986. That is from a Various Artists LP compilation called King Jammies, More Jammies from the Roots that came out on the VP label. Before that was Horace Ferguson with Police and Soldier from the 1987 LP Leave Babylon. That's on the Ujamaa label, produced by the late great Prince Jazzbo. Right before that was Don Carlos and Gold with a tune called Rain All Night from one of my favorite early 80s records, 1982. The record is called Them Never Know Natty Dread Have Him Credential. I love every song on that record. And at the top of the set, the very long set, was Barry Brown with Running Star from the 1982 LP called Stand Firm. That's a Justice label LP. All right, this was a fun show. Big thanks to our guest, Roger Rivas from the Aggrolites. Don't forget, come out tonight to see the Aggrolites, masters of the late 60s early reggae sound, at the Fremont Theater in San Luis Obispo. Opening the night are special guests, the Capsule 45s, featuring members of the Steady 45s, and the Capsules playing traditional ska and soul. I will be back next Saturday at 1 p.m. to bring you more Roots Reggae Rarities. Support for The Rock comes from New Times Media Group, serving SLO County with independent local journalism available every week in print and anytime online at newtimesslo.com, wherever you are. The Rock Community Radio is bringing you another classic movie as part of our fundraising film series. The iconic Quentin Tarantino film Pulp Fiction is coming to the beautiful Bay Theater in Morro Bay for one showing only on Monday, April 21st. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the film starts at 6 p.m. Get dressed up in your favorite Pulp Fiction attire and come early for the costume contest, which will include cool prizes. You can also enter our raffle for an 8-foot Stewart Hydro Cush Funline surfboard. That's nice. Beer from Firestone Walker Brewing Company and wine will be available for purchase. All proceeds will benefit the Rock Community Radio. Tickets are $15 and can be purchased online at My805Tix, that's T-I-X, My805Tix.com or therockcommunityradio.org. A limited amount of tickets may be available for walk-ups the night of the event. A big thank you to the Bay Theater in Morro Bay and to all of you for supporting The Rock. The Rock Community Radio is excited to announce that we are selling raffle tickets once again to raise funds for The Rock. This is your opportunity to win a beautiful 8-foot Stewart Hydro Cush Funline surfboard designed to catch waves in any condition, whether you are a beginner or an advanced surfer. Raffle tickets are $10 each, 3 for $25, or just $100 for 15 tickets. All proceeds from the raffle support the Rock Community Radio. The drawing takes place on May 15th. Winners will be notified by phone or email. Raffle tickets are sold in person only at Morro Bay Farmers Market in downtown Morro Bay this Saturday from 2:30 to 5:30. Mike's Barbershop at 280 Morro Bay Boulevard in downtown Morro Bay Tuesdays through Saturdays. Symbiosis Wines at 612 12th Street in PasoRobles, Thursday through Mondays from 2 to 7. Go to the rockcommunityradio.org for more information. A big thank you to Wavelength Surf Shop in Morro Bay. St. Joseph's Church in Cayucas offers a free food distribution program every Friday from 10 a.m. to noon. Those in need can pick up goods donated by local groceries at the community room, the small room in the church parking lot. There are no preconditions and no questions asked to receive free food. St. Joseph's Free Food Pantry happens every Friday from 10 a.m. to noon at St. Joseph's Church, 360 Park Avenue, Cayucas. The Morro Bay National Estuary Program works to protect and restore Morro Bay and its watershed by conducting monitoring and research to track the health of the estuary, repairing natural habitats to protect water quality and wildlife, and educating residents and visitors on how to be good stewards of the bay. For more information, go to www.mbnep.org.